Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing well. Here with another NHL pick video. We have 11 matchups. Very busy NHL day. A lot of games on the slate. Gonna get right into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Support the channel. And we're gonna hop right into these matchups. A lot of action here. We're gonna start with the Buffalo Sabres versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Buffalo 6-20-4. Pittsburgh 19-11-2. Pitt opening up as monster favorites at -320 with the over-under at 5.5. Last 10 games for Buffalo, 0-10 in their last 10. Pittsburgh 7-3 in their last 10. And also, I filmed these videos the night before, like I most likely always will until I can do this full time. So these stats aren't going to include if they're playing the night before, because I know Pitt and Buffalo are on a doubleheader right now. I fully expect Pitt to win on Wednesday night. So regardless of what happens, love Pitt in this matchup. I mean, they're massive favorites. Horrible Buffalo Sabre team. No upset bid here. I'm not doing it. Taking Pitt -320. Definitely going to add them to a parlay, and I'm going to take the over 5.5. Next matchup, we have the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Carolina 21-7-3. Columbus 13-13-7. Carolina opening up as favorites at -160. Columbus +140 with the over-under at 5.5. Last 10 games for Carolina, 7-3 in their last 10. Columbus 5-5 in their last 10. These two teams are on like a quadruple header. They're on a 4-game, whatever you want to call it. Columbus winning 2 of their last 3 matchups. Carolina won the last matchup 3-0. Carolina 9-3 in their last 12, 5-1 on the road right now. Columbus 6-12 in their last 18. They are just 1-4 at home right now. Columbus winning the first 2 matchups here. Carolina winning the last one. I like Carolina to win the next matchup as well. After that 3-0 sweep, give me Carolina money line at -160 and give me the under 5.5. Next matchup, we had the New Jersey Devils versus the Washington Capitals. New Jersey 12-14-4. Washington 27-4. Washington opening up as big favorites at -215. New Jersey +178 with the over-under at 6. Last 10 games for New Jersey, 5-5 in their last 10. Washington 8-2 in their last 10. These two teams did play on March 9th. Washington picking up a 5-4 win. The over definitely hit in that matchup. That's why I love the over in this one. New Jersey just 1-5 in their last 6 meetings against Washington. 1-8 on the road against Washington. Washington 8-1 at home against New Jersey. Love Washington here, taking Washington -215. I love the over at 6 as well. Next matchup, we have the New York Islanders versus the Boston Bruins. New York 21-8-4. Boston 16-8-4. Boston opening up as favorites at -125. New York +105 with the over-under at 5. Last 10 games for New York, 8-2 in their last 10. Boston 5-5 in their last 10. These two teams played on March 9th with the New York picking up a 2-1 victory. New York 11-2 in their last 13. Boston, hit the under in 7 out of their 7 last games. So the under's hitting a lot. Love the under in this matchup, and I love the Islanders here. The better team here. +105, great value. Love the Islanders at +105, and I like the under 5. I think it'll be a low score here. Next matchup, we have the New York Rangers versus the Philadelphia Flyers. New York 14-13-4. Philly 15-12-4. New York and Philly both favored, or both the same at -110 with the over-under at 6. Last 10 games for the Rangers, 5-5 in their last 10. Philly 3-7 in their last 10. These two teams did play a doubleheader March 15th and 17th. Philly losing one out of the two, lost 0-9, then they won the 5-4 Rangers 4-2 in their last 6. They are 3-11 in their last 14 against Philly. Philly just 1-5 at home right now, but they are 6-2 at home against the Rangers here. I like the Flyers in this matchup, coming off that 9-0 loss last meeting. Look for them to get some revenge here. Just a total pick 'em. Not really betting on this game, but I would lean the Flyers I definitely lean Flyers, and I like the over as well. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Ottawa Senators. Toronto 20-10-2, Ottawa 11-20-3. Toronto opening up as massive favorites at -250, Ottawa +210 with the over-under at 6.5. Last 10 games for Toronto, 4-6 in their last 10. Ottawa 3-7 in their last 10. These two teams did just play, on the 14th, about a week ago, a little over a week ago, with Ottawa picking up a 4-3 win as +210 favorites, or 210 underdogs, excuse me. Head-to-head matchups, Toronto 6-3-1 in their last 10 against Ottawa. Ottawa did win the last matchup as underdogs here. I like Toronto to bounce back and get a revenge on this Ottawa team. Taking the better team in Toronto -250, and I'm going to take the under 6.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Detroit Red Wings versus the Nashville Predators. Detroit 10-19-4, Nashville 15-17-1. Nashville opening up as favorites at -180, Detroit +158 with the over-under at 5.5. Last 10 games for Detroit, 3-7 in their last 10. Nashville 5-5 in their last 10. Nashville, 4-1 in their last 5. They are just 2-7 at home against Detroit right now. Detroit 12-5 in their last 17 meetings against Nashville, but they are just 3-17 on the road right now. Very bad Detroit team. These two teams did just play on the 23rd, and Nashville picking up a 2-0 win. Detroit's just horrible. I've been betting against them all season. I've been doing really great. Like Nashville at -180, and I also like the under 5.5. Next matchup, we have the Florida Panthers versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Florida 28-4, Chicago 15-13-5. Florida opening up as -130 favorites, Chicago +110 with the over-under at 6.5. Last 10 games for Florida, 6-4 in their last 10. Chicago 3-7 in their last 10. These two teams coming off a doubleheader, with Chicago winning 3-2 in the first doubleheader as underdogs. Florida 2-8 on the road against Chicago. Chicago 8-2 at home against Florida. Chicago did win the first matchup 3-2 here, but I do, they played a doubleheader on the 15th and the 13th, with Florida taking both of those wins. So I like Florida to bounce back here off a revenge game against Chicago. Give me Florida -130 and give me the under 6.5. Next matchup, we had the St. Louis Blues versus the Minnesota Wild. St. Louis 16-11-5, Minnesota 19-10-1. Minnesota opening up as favorites at -135 with the over-under at 5.5. Last 10 games for St. Louis, 4-6 in their last 10. Minnesota 7-3 in their last 10. St. Louis, coming off that loss to Vegas 5-1. Minnesota, good win against Anaheim, but horrible loss against Colorado 6-0 before that. Head to head, Minnesota 6-3-1 in their last 10. I'm rolling with, don't really love this matchup here, but rolling with the better team with the Minnesota Wild. Going to take them -135, and I'm going to take the under 5.5. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Dallas Stars. Tampa Bay 24-6-2, Dallas 10-11-8. Tampa Bay opening up as favorites at -165. Dallas plus 145 with the over-under at 5.5. Last 10 games for Tampa Bay, 8-2 in their last 10. Dallas, 3-7 in their last 10. These two teams, on their backside of their doubleheader, with Tampa winning 2-1 in that last matchup. They also played, on March 16th with Dallas winning with Tampa Bay winning 4-3. Tampa on a 5-game winning streak against Dallas as well. Dallas 0-6 at home against Tampa. Got to roll with the favorite here, taking Tampa minus 165. Tampa's awesome this year, playing really good hockey, and Dallas just isn't that great. So give me Tampa and give me the over 5.5. Next matchup, we have the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Colorado Avalanche. Vegas 22-7-1, Colorado 28-3. Colorado opening up as favorites at minus 150. Vegas plus 130 with the over-under at 5.5. Last 10 games for Vegas, 7-3 in their last 10. Colorado 7-3 in their last 10 as well. Colorado coming off a bad loss against Arizona in overtime or in the shootout. I forget which one. Letting Arizona come back in that game, which was kind of crazy. So, bad loss for Colorado there. Vegas 6-1 in their last 7, 3-6 in their last 9 against Colorado. So not much success against Colorado here. Colorado 7-1 in their last 8. They're 6-0 at home right here. I'm going with the underdog play here. I like Vegas at plus 130. I like the over at 5.5 as well. Colorado, horrible comeback loss, and I think they do well in that loss in this matchup against Vegas, and Vegas playing really good too. I like Vegas to come and get a win here at plus 130 and the over 5.5 as well. Last matchup of the night we have, that was the last matchup. I'm sorry. That's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and as always, stay tuned and check in on my NHL parlay video, which will be uploaded after this for sure. Don't want to miss that. Go ahead and check it out. And go ahead and like and subscribe. Support the channel. We're getting super close to 2,300 subs, which is crazy. And good luck with your betting on Thursday. And I will see you guys on Friday. Have a good one.